as you guys can tell, we got rained out. Pretty much all of New Mexico got hit pretty hard. There's a town down south that just had 4-digit acre wildfire going on, and overnight it had a flash flood. And then flash forward to this last weekend and you see another flash flood. So essentially we got hit really hard 2 weekends in a row. This one was the one that you see right here, was easily the worst one we've had in a very long time, if not that I've ever seen, being where we're at. One of the hardest ones we've got hit. So I'll keep it short, keep it sweet. We got rained out, so enjoy the video, and hopefully at the end of this video you'll see some actual racing. HTB, hit that bell, the whole 9 yards, and we'll see you guys at the end. So update, Leland's cart, quarter midget up close. He has a blown out wheel bearing up here, so we're gonna fix that when I get it ordered in, hopefully in the next week. The race is in about 2.5, 3 weeks, so we should have plenty of time. I'll order that this week and should have it here later this week or next week, probably next week because it's 4th of July week. And they can rip around the actual practice track. But Leland's cart, engine completely torn off. I believe he blew it. So he blew the engine, currently out here fixing it, and gonna engine swap him quick. Some things that you should know, I guess, that we do with these carts. You have a J-pipe, you have to have some sort of exhaust, so there's that. You don't have to run one of these, but we run them. They are chain guards, because obviously with this next to their shoulders, if this thing pops, we don't want it to tear their body up, so we have that. Some other things you see, obviously we have our clutch here. This is a 12-tooth clutch that we run. Both carts share that. Both carts are pretty much the exact same drivetrain wise. And then one thing that are really important that we have to have for them to race, these little restrictor plates based off whatever class they're on or in. If they're in the adult class, they don't run one. Expert class, they'd run one that's a little bit bigger than this red piece here. That inlet would be a little bit fatter. And then obviously what we're in is the rookie class, being the first year, so we're running red restrictor plate. You have the air filter there. This is Miles' cart. His is a little bit different. He's running gravity tank, but you can see J-pipe. It's really dirty. There was a gas leak, so we have to figure that out as well, but for the most part, drivetrain wise are the same, but there are some differences here, obviously running quarter midget versus flat cart. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Come along for the build. Old, new. Great thing is we bought 2 at Black Friday last year, so they were pretty cheap in comparison to what they would be right now. We'll have to get this thing, all these things put on, put oil in it, let it break in. I think that might be one reason why that one might have had an issue, is we didn't let it break in all the way. We ran about 3/4 of a tank instead of a full tank. Whether that had an actual issue or not, neither here nor there. But let's start with taking off the exhaust, because we're gonna put our J-pipe on, and we'll get to the other stuff here in just a minute. And yes, normally I would be working on the inside of the enclosed trailer. It is normally cooler, but it's been raining like crazy here, so it's stupid humid. It's hot inside of that trailer, so we're doing it outside because it's actually cooler in the shade than it is inside of there. We're just not even gonna worry about it. We're just gonna do it out here. I need to get a mic, one of those things that you hook up to the USB and do that so you guys can hear me. I think that'd be pretty cool. Take this air filter off too, air box. Keep all these bolts. Done. No longer need that. I will probably put these back on this bad motor, because I might be able to take it back for warranty. I think you have a 1 year. Luckily this box has all the information. Hopefully look into it and see, but I believe that's what that is. Just take off the actual exhaust. A lot of times a lot of people will keep this and weld onto this, pretty much what we did, but this is going on the other motor. I'll tell you guys this little trick. So when you get these things are really stiff. These throttles, they're ridiculously stiff. How they come, let me show you. something like this with the nut on top here. Obviously take the nut off, and with this nut on there, it's going to be really hard to move, right? This is obviously an example, but it's going to be super grindy, not very easy. Come in here, take this little piece off, remove this washer here, and then this goes right back where it was. Make sure this is lined up, line it back up. Yep, this goes back on top. So this is super easy now. Now this obviously has no kickback. We'll put some springs on. There's some things that we do that hooks up to the plate, but it now has some play. So we're gonna finish putting this together, take this gas tank off, get the throttle set up correctly, get the clutch, exhaust, carburetor, and plate on, and then we'll be good. And then this thing will be ready to mount back. So it should be really, engine swapping one of these takes 30-45 minutes tops, and that's really nice. It's very easy to swap these, pretty simple motors. Get all this swapped over, put it back in, and you'll come along for the ride.
The next day.
Well, we got it about ready to be back installed. Did everything. We're gonna keep the stock spark plug in here just for break-in. We got everything hooked up. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much ready to go here. I just have to tighten the bolts, get the chain on, and she is ready to be started up. We need to get some fuel and obviously some oil, but other than that, we're set. Stay tuned for that. Something we have to do to finish these up is both of these that need to get oiled up and blown out. Have not done that, and you can tell they're getting real dusty after doing a look through, so that's something we have to clean. Yeah, you guys will see when this thing starts up, probably sometime later this week or next week. Same thing with that. Once we get all the air filters cleaned, that thing cleaned up, and this thing gets the wheel bearing. So you'll see the wheel bearing. And then the other thing I was gonna show you, we are working on the trailer over there.
Ain't get too tall.